What's happening, guys? Coach Pete here, Poppy G's Fun Fit online fitness program with a confusing topic today. Very confusing. We're going to talk a little bit about nutrition, a little bit about nutrition labels, and some parameters that are put out there for us to live our lives by. One of them being the RDA. The RDA is when you're seeing numbers printed on these labels. When we're looking at labels, the RDA is the recommended daily allowance, RDA. That number is not for your optimum health. That is not for you to live your best life, right? That is for you to stay alive, to not die. The bare minimum to keep the lights on and things working, if that makes sense. It's the bare minimum, which not necessarily correlates to optimum performance. I hope this makes sense. And then you'll see a DV, daily value of that. So if you see your vitamin C in this particular, let's say it's my protein bar, my meal replacement bar, and it says vitamin C, 12% of your DV. It's assuming that 12% of your the daily value of your recommended daily allowance, what your RDA is. Again, so it could be much lower than we actually need it to be. I hope this makes sense, right? So that's where a ton of confusion comes in. And here's a real simple way for you to see it, where we can look at numbers. The RDA for most adults for carbohydrate intake per day is only 130 grams. 130 grams. So let's think about that. 130 grams. A gram of carbohydrate is 4 calories. 4 times 130 gives us what? 520, right? 520 calories per day of carbohydrates. If that's all that you're consuming out of a 2,000 calorie diet, that's not enough. That's not enough. Only 520 calories of carbohydrate. That's not going to give you the adequate energy supply that you need to really get after it in the gym, or to spend time with your friends and family with your brain there. You're fully focused and engaged. So it's really important to understand that just because we're looking at these numbers here, they're not necessarily giving us optimum health. How do you figure what those numbers should be? That's where I come into play. Certified professional, certified nutrition coach, a nutritionist, a dietitian. They can figure out what those numbers are and what's going to work best for you based on many different factors, including what you're trying to achieve in life, what your exercise routine is, how sedentary, how active you are. You know, there's a lot of different factors. So finding what's going to be the formula to have you living your best life, how to optimize your existence, that's worth getting involved with a professional and really learning what that's all about. So hopefully I'm not confusing you more with these numbers, because they're confusing enough. You have your recommended daily allowance, you have your adequate intake, you have your upper limits, you have all these different numbers that are out there, and you're trying to figure out where the heck you should be. Don't you have enough things to worry about? Don't you have enough things to worry about? Don't you have enough things to concentrate and put your mind around? These are things that we already understand and know how to figure out for you. Find someone who's professional who can help you with that. How about a handsome young Puerto Rican guy like myself? Not so young anymore. I'll be 50 in a couple days. But anyway, reach out. If you have any questions, it'd be my pleasure to answer those questions for you. PAPIGFUNFIT at Gmail. PoppyGFunFit@gmail, or go onto my website and you can see more of this information. Thanks for watching. You're worth it.